Most often people are familiar with a bespoke, tailored funeral, which is attended by those people who want to come to a ceremony. Alongside this, we are also able to provide what we call our Simple Farewell. And that programme enables people to consider where they prefer to separate a ceremony or gathering to the burial or cremation. People may choose this option for all sorts of reasons. It could be that, quite simply, people can't travel to have an attended ceremony. Other people may feel it's not that connected for them, so they would prefer not to have the added detail and indeed the added expense of an attended funeral. Within our programme, we can offer two options for a simple farewell, which may also be more familiarly known now as a direct cremation. We have our peaceful farewell and a reflective farewell. A peaceful farewell is the circumstance where our client has asked us in whole to take all the arrangements and undertake the funeral, the cremation, the burial on their behalf, and they intend not to be particularly involved with visiting somebody or making personal choices. But we will always discuss with the family the date, time, location for a cremation or a burial, because indeed people may have preferred dates to avoid. Our reflective farewell provides an opportunity for people who still prefer not to attend a burial or cremation. However, there's an element of connectivity that feels really appropriate for them. That might be to attend here and actually just visit the person in our care quite privately, or maybe invite a few friends to be here together. That could include also an opportunity for a faith minister to be in attendance for some prayers or final blessings before we go to the crematorium. Or perhaps a more informal time where family just want to gather together, share a few memories, maybe share some photographs and raise a glass before the person goes on to the crematorium. Quite recently, there's been an increased focus and publicity of the provision for a direct cremation, and that can be provided by many different funeral services. And independent funeral directors have always offered this option. For us, we have networked with our local crematoria, so we know what times of the day they prefer us to visit for the format, direct for cremation. And we have one crematorium very close to us, Findon, near Worthing, where we're very fortunate that we can actually arrive at different times during the day. It does not only reserve to the incredibly early morning times. So for family perhaps who are having a church service first, but then do not want to attend the crematorium, we can look at blending the format during the day to really fit for the whole of the funeral arrangement. The approach for Dandelion Farewells to facilitate a simple farewell, a direct cremation or a direct burial, comes with the absolute assurance of the same levels of dignity and care, compassion and kindness that we would implement at every funeral we're supporting. So we always we travel with one coffin at a time to a crematorium. We carry in a very formal way, in a very thoughtful way into the crematorium as we pass the coffin from our care into the care of the staff at the crematorium. Our planning and preparation for creating the model of a simple farewell, really what we wanted to do was thread throughout all of that is the same sense of care and thoughtfulness in that model. So our choice for coffin is a very classic traditional oak veneer coffin, which in people's mind's eye they may well be expecting. However, there is an opportunity if the person who has died clearly expressed a preference for a different form of coffin, we can provide that. A further example for a simple farewell model being chosen for a funeral arrangement might be if the local authority or a local hospital are undertaking or responsible for the funeral arrangements for somebody who has no family and has no estate. So we think of those circumstances are for folk who have nobody and nothing, and actually in our care they are somebody, and we will create something to afford them dignity with a compassionate approach. A simple farewell may be chosen by a family or a group of friends because they're unable to all convene together at the same date, at the same venue, due to other restrictions. So in that model, we're looking at taking the funeral into two separate arrangements: the simple farewell for the burial or the cremation, and then a memorial gathering, a celebration of life, a Thanksgiving ceremony, whatever language or title people are going to give that ceremony. And we can support those arrangements. It may be that people ask us for venue ideas, caterers. They'd like us to help by managing donations or to provide a printed order of service booklet. So we can still use our resources and many of the third-party folk that we work alongside to support arrangements for memorial gathering.